Good morning, dear cadets. So, as you know, we started the chapter with the winds and the properties of the winds. Then I taught you the storms and their destructive effect on human beings and the cyclones. Cyclones also everything I taught. What is cyclone? How is it developed? What is the structure of cyclones? Everything I have covered. Now in day before study video till cyclones I have covered. Now today it is the turn to teach the effective safety measures against the cyclone. So try to understand, in our country there are so many cyclone prone areas. In those areas some safety measures has to be taken. Then only the loss of animals and public property can be avoided. If these precautions are not taken, then grave disaster can be occurred in those cyclone prone areas. So what are the safety measures which are needed to be taken care of in order to avoid the loss against the cyclones? The first one is a cyclone forecast and warning services. So the areas which are cyclone prone, their cyclone warning and forecasting system should be installed, so that before the arrival of the cyclones, warning can be given to the people who are living there. So that is the first. So cyclone forecast and warning services should be installed in those areas. What is the second one? Rapid dissemination of warning. Dissemination means scattering of information. Means, okay, services you have installed, warning signals services you have installed, no problem. But rapid dissemination of information should be there in those areas, especially to the government agencies. Like so many people are going to the port, so many people are going to the sea for the fisheries work, and some other services are also on in those areas. So these information should be disseminated fastly, so that the possible loss can be prevented. So warning of cyclones should be disseminated fastly. Third one is the construction of cyclone shelter home in cyclone prone areas. As you know, in cyclone prone areas there are so many people living there. If cyclone shelter homes are constructed, so they can be safely placed there and possible damage can be avoided, especially loss of human life can be avoided. So in those areas cyclone shelter homes should be constructed, and these homes should be contented with all sorts of facilities, so that the people who are staying there should not face any problem. The next one is, fourth one is community preparedness at all levels. So it doesn't mean that warning has been issued and now people are not heeding that. Means at all levels means government level, district level, states level, at people level, preparation should be there, so that the possible loss can be avoided. So these are the safety measures which are needed to be taken care of against the cyclones. Dear cadets, there is one instrument which plays very important role, especially in the cyclone prone areas. That is known as anemometer. What is the meaning of anemometer? Anemometer is an instrument which is used to measure the wind speed. So anemometer is an instrument which is used to measure wind speed. And what is the use of this one anemometer? Definitely its use is nothing but to measure the wind speed. And why wind speed measurement is required? You know, I have taught you the formation of storms, the formation of cyclone. Just see, wind speed is playing very important role. as far as the formation of storms and cyclones are concerned. So if we know the speed of wind, then very rarely we can issue the warning to those areas, and now the possible damage can be avoided. That is why wind means anemometer installation in those areas are very much important. And now as far as their diagram is concerned, I am showing you, make their diagram also. Dear cadet, this is anemometer. There as such diagram you have to prepare, you have to make. And there is no problem in making their diagram because it is there in our school also, and most of you have seen this. So dear cadets, that was the precautions taken by the government. Here precautions on the part of the people, means what are the precautions which are needed to be taken care of by the people who are staying there. So the number one thing is the warning which has been issued by the meteorological department should not be ignored. Means meteorological department will issue the warning through broadcasting medium like TV, radio, newspaper. It should not be ignored. Second one important thing is the phone number of all emergency services should be provided, and people should maintain that phone number, and whenever as and when time come, they should call on those services. Next one is driving on flood hit roads should be avoided. Means if there is a flood, so driving should be avoided on those roads, otherwise mishap may be taken place. The next one is necessary arrangement to shift the essential household goods to safer place should be made. Means what should be there? When cyclone is about to come, storm is about to come, then what should be there? Whatever the basic needs of the people and their goods should be transferred from one place to another place. So what should be there? Transport facility should be there, so that the people can transfer their thing from one place to another place. So these are the precautions which should be taken on the part of the people. Some other precautions are also there, will explain you. Dear cadets, now precautions in a cyclone hit area. Number one, you should store the drinking water enough. Otherwise, you are forced to drink the contaminated water, which may make you sick. So that is why fresh water should be stored. Second one is do not touch wet switches and broken power lines. You are very much aware whenever storms and cyclones are there, then electricity supply is disrupted. In that time, so many poles and wires are fallen down on the earth. So you should not touch. They may have electric current and which may damage your body. Next one is cooperate and help your neighbors and friends if possible. As far as possible, you should extend your support and help to the needy people. They may be your neighbor or may not be, but whenever you come across such type of people, you should help them. Now avoid unnecessary going out if you stay in cyclone hit areas. So during the cyclone and storm time, what should be there? You should avoid going out. Do not pressurize the rescue force by making undue demands. So just see in those areas, sometime what is there? Rescue teams are there. Rapid Action Force team, RAF team, and sometime what is there? Some other forces are deployed there. So that time what should be there? You are not only the person. There are so many persons whose lives are equally important. So undue demand should not be placed in front of them. Otherwise, what should be there? Others' life may be in danger. So these are the precautions which are needed to be taken care of in the cyclone hit areas. So dear cadets, now next heading is advantages of advanced technology. You know what do you mean by technology? The application part of science is known as technology. And what is the purpose of technology? Technology is assisting the human being in their day-to-day life, day-to-day affairs. So just see here, technology can help us in case of cyclone and storms also. How? Just see, artificial satellites are there or not? In the sky, in the space, they are roaming. So very easily satellites can capture the information regarding the development of cyclone and storms. So with the help of satellites and radars, cyclone alert or cyclone watch is issued in 48 hours in advance. So just see, once the radar and satellite just inform us that cyclone is about to come, so cyclone warnings can be given in advance, cyclone watches can be distributed to the affected people, especially those people who are staying there. So advanced technology is helping here to minimize the loss of life. Next one is, advanced technology can help us in disseminating the information about the cyclone and storms well in advance, so possible loss can be avoided. Next one is, now if advanced technologies are there, then what should be there? National and international agencies can cooperate with each other and they can monitor the cyclones properly, and relief work can be started as early as possible. So whatever possible damage is there, that can be minimized. Apart from this one, message is broadcast. Just see, if advanced technology is there, so cyclone and storm related messages can be given now and then, especially when cyclone is about to hit the coast. That time what is there? Time and again warning should be given to the people so that they can be alert and now possible damage can be minimized. In this way, now advantages of advanced technology is also over. So as you know the cadet, this was the last portion of this chapter. Of course this chapter was very big, but I have tried my level best to make you explain. Now some places I took the help of extra marks also, especially activity related things I took from there only, because this chapter is purely based on activities. So I hope that you have got this one. Now I am going to recapitulate this chapter. In this chapter we started with the definition of winds, and after winds I taught you the properties of winds. What are the properties of wind? Wind means air. Air occupies space. Hot air rises up. Then what else? Means high wind speed accompanied with reduced air pressure. Air always moves from higher pressure region to lower pressure region. So these are the properties which we have discussed properly. Then I taught you generation of wind current and what are the factors which are responsible for the generation of wind currents. So wind currents generation, two factors are responsible. The first one is uneven heating of equator and polar region and uneven heating of land and water. So different kinds of wind currents are generated, and because of this wind current only monsoon is coming to us and heavy rainfall is there. And afterwards what I taught? I taught you the storms, generation of storms, then cyclones, development of cyclones, their structures, then precautions against the storm, against the cyclones, precautions on the level of government agencies and on the level of public or people level. Then anemometer also I taught. And the next one is, last one is the advantage of advanced technology. In this way we have completely completed this chapter. In between I told you to make the diagram of formation of storms. That is most important thing. And in this way as far as the means small and minute point of this chapter is concerned, each and everything I have completed. Now NCERT exercises are left. So tomorrow onwards I will teach you the NCERT exercises, and those NCERT exercise in same way you have to write in the separate notebook. So dear cadets, now this is the time to check your knowledge, feedback, how much you have got. So there are certain questions I am going to give you. You have to write and just send to me for verification or checking. The first question is question number first. What is anemometer? What is anemometer? Draw its diagram. Draw its diagram. Next question is, what is the role of advanced technology in controlling the possible damage of life and property. Third question is, what is the role of people at the time of storm and cyclone? What are the role of people at the time of storm and cyclone? So just write down these three questions answer and submit me for checking at the same number, that is 9743535 029. Thank you.